I know you've been told that in order to sell out your retreat, you need to find the right participants. And then the experts give you a blueprint. What they say is that in order to fill out your retreat, you need to talk to your friends, you need to talk to your past clients, you need to talk to some collaborators, you need to go in other people's audience or email list, or you need to post in multiple Facebook groups. While none of this is really wrong, but if you're hosting a retreat that is going to make you stand out in your niche, that is going to put you as an authority in your industry, then you need to forget this advice for a moment. And you need to focus on the 4 things that I did, the 4 things that I'm going to share with you in this video in order to get the right participants in your retreat without having to chase these people, so that your retreat feels like life. Your retreat business feels like a business that feels like you, like life, like the true freedom, as opposed to the feeling of burnout, as opposed to the feeling of stress and anxiety, and like you're really convincing people, like you're chasing people. So if you're ready for this, stay tuned. Most retreat leaders think that filling out their retreats is like going on hunting. Well, hunting means chasing. Hunting means preparing, always in that preparation mode. Hunting means waiting. Hunting means forcing outcomes. What you need instead is gravity. Gravity pulls people in. Gravity doesn't feel like burnout. It feels like magnetism. And this is exactly what I did in this retreat that I hosted. I know you've been told that in order to fill out your retreats, you need to find the right people. And then the experts give you a blueprint telling you that in order to get the right people, you need to talk to people in their DMs. You need to talk to your friends. You need to talk to your past clients. You need to convince people that this retreat is the best retreat out there in the world for them. But is that something that you really want? Do you want to keep following up with people in their DMs? Do you want to keep talking to people who are not even interested, who have not even shown interest in your retreat, even once? Like really 0 times, and you keep messaging them? I have seen people, I'll tell you a quick story. I saw a post where somebody was like asking for a retreat, that, I'm looking for a retreat where, I can wind down. I've been in corporate world for a couple of years now, and, I really want to wind down. And so there were multiple, like hundreds of comments down below that post of people trying to sell the retreat. And so a couple of moments later, maybe a couple of days later, this lady updated the post saying that, please stop DMing me. If I am interested in your retreat, I will let you know. I will DM you. So stop DMing me. If I'm not responding to your message or to your comment, that means I'm not interested in your retreat. And that's something really basic, understanding that retreat leaders need to have. Like filling out your retreat is not like going on hunting where you chase people, where you prepare for them, where you ambush them, where you're waiting for them to get out in the open, and then you're just going to grab them, or you're going to ambush them. And that's not what marketing looks like. That's not what selling is. So if you think selling is like that, if you think selling is hunting, then I think you've been learning from the wrong people. Okay, so what does selling really looks like? What does filling out your retreat really feels like is that it feels like gravity. So I hosted this retreat in Bali a couple of years ago. And what I wanted for this retreat was that I wanted my people who were coming to this retreat, the participants, to feel expansive, to feel safe, to feel luxury, right? To feel rich, to feel calm, to feel supported, to feel nurtured, to feel warm. And I wanted a place that would fit this criteria. So then I decided that I'm not going to run after finding the people to fill out my retreat, operating from this mindset of that in order to establish myself as an authority, or in order to build some credibility, all I need to do is just fill out my retreat, just fill people into my retreat, irrespective of what kind of people are going to come to my retreat. So I followed the 4 key things, and these are the 4 things that I did in order to attract the right kind of people. Number one, and let me tell you, 3 and 4 is going to surprise you because no one does that. I mean, very few people focus on that. I mean, it's not on the priority list, like it's way down on the list. Okay. So, number one was the vision. Like I said, I wanted people to feel expansive. I wanted people to feel transformed. I wanted people to feel like there is somebody who can help them. And that was my idea. That was my vision. Like, okay, the moment people leave this retreat, they should feel nurtured and supported and warm. And the experience should feel like luxury and at the same time, something that has been thoughtfully created and thoughtfully designed. That being said, I have another video, the peak state formula. If you are interested in understanding the psychological structure of a retreat or a live event, please go and watch that video. It tells you, or it shows you the way you have to design your retreat so that people go transformed, not just inspired. And people go back with lots of memories and friends and peak state moments, and not just a list of activities that they have explored with you. Anyway, going back to the point. So my vision was that when people leave this retreat, they should feel expansive, transformative, and exactly all the things that I said with memories and not just a list of activities that they did. Okay, so number 2 is the values. I wanted to deliver with a certain set of values. Like me and my partner, we discussed that, whatever happens, we don't want to sacrifice the experience of our audience. I remember that the venue, when a couple of months before the retreat, we went scouting for a venue, and the venue where we actually hosted, the owner, we were sitting and having this conversation, and she said that, even if you do not sell out, you can always leave a couple of rooms for the regular visit, like daily visitors or some outsiders, so that, you don't have to bear the cost of those unoccupied rooms. But me and my partner, we had this value system that no, if we are creating this exclusive experience for our participants, even if the rooms are left unoccupied, we are still going to bear that cost, because we didn't want the experience to be diluted because of the outsiders. Okay, that brings us to number 3. Number 3, I absolutely love this. And I use this strategy, and I cannot tell you how much this strategy has helped me. I hate going on sales calls because they're time consuming. I don't think that anybody can build that repo. Oops. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know anybody can build that repo in 30 minutes or 20 minutes or even 60 minutes or build that trust. Trust comes from the intention that you put out in your content, in the stuff that you put out. So I avoid it unless a participant really wants to hang out with me on a sales call. So then I know that some people follow this strategy that they put out some content on Facebook or different social media, and then from there, they get into the DMs, and then from there they get people on the sales calls, and that's where they convert. But I wanted my sales page to work for me. I wanted my content to work for me. And so that's where my focus was, okay, how can I optimize my content, my sales page for more conversions, for more trust? And also, if you're watching this video like months or weeks later after I posted it, I probably already have published this course, Sales Page Mastery for Retreat Leaders. So go grab that course. I think it's going to help you a lot. And really, the course is about how you can convert your sales page into a 24/7 conversion machine or salesperson, whatever. And so you don't have to rely on sales calls as much. I like to say that your sales page is your sales person who works 24/7 for you. Anyway, going back to my point. So then the number one strategy in order to make your content and your sales page and all your assets to shine out, to make you stand out, to convert for you so that you can minimize the sales process and the sales objections is to create your own visual identity. So this is what I did. I became very intentional with the kind of visuals I was putting out. And the visuals is not just about the graphics. It's about the pictures and how to make those pictures stand out. I mean, let me tell you one thing. Thousands and thousands of retreat leaders host retreats in Bali. How do you make sure that your retreat is the one that people come to? I mean, you know that Bali is like oversaturated. How do you make sure that people still choose your retreat over others? So I made sure that my visuals speak for themselves. My visuals, my graphics, my design attract the right people. And my visuals are able to communicate my vision and my values. So then there is this overlap. You can consider it to be a Venn diagram, or you can design something in your mind. My next level accelerator program, where we go deeper into what's working for you, what's going to work for you, what's not working for you. It's a mastermind. It's a monthly mastermind. We first start with planning your next 1 year, and then the first 2 months are getting the cash in. And then after the next 2 months, we understand where the bottleneck is and we work on those systems. If you haven't watched the video where I talk about my hybrid authority pyramid, please go and watch that video. That video tells you how each retreat leader, or every retreat leader generally goes through 6 stages, and what you need to do in each stage. Most people try to jump stages, but that doesn't work. Most people get stuck in the first three stages, and that also doesn't work. So please go and watch that video too. That video will tell you what you need to do in each stage. And also, Next Level Accelerator is all about moving you through each of these stages faster, okay? With support and help and coaching and guidance and whatnot. Anyway, back to the topic. Let's talk about number 4. The fourth thing that I kept in mind, especially for this retreat, is the venue. Okay, so I made sure that the venue that I'm picking up feels expansive, is spiritually rooted, so that the moment people put their feet on this land, they feel grounded, they feel calm. I wanted a place that feels airy, that feels spacious, that feels nurtured. The food is good, it's plant-based food. And even if you're not doing any activity and you're just sitting there, maybe by the pool, and the gush of wind, the gush of air feels like you were meant to be here. And it kind of calms you down to the core, and you're able to connect with your soul. And that peak state moment connects your participants with you, like they are forever grateful for you to create such an experience for them. That's what I wanted for myself and for my participants too. And that being said, these are the 4 key things I focused on when I hosted this retreat in Bali: venue, visuals, values, vision. When I aligned all 4 of these things, I can tell you with 100% surety that I did not have to sell people in the DMs or anywhere else. I did not go to any sales calls, literally 0 sales calls from what I can recall. I like to believe that it's not about the numbers, it's about what transformation you give to these people. 3 people or 4 people, 4 participants, 3 participants, 10 participants, when your goal is 20 or 15 or 50, doesn't make you less of a leader, less of this authority in your space. So stop saying that to yourself. This one person, these 3 people, these 10 people trusted you, and that's all. Now you need to focus on these 10 people, and you need to create something that is beyond imagination for these 3 people or 10 people, okay? That being said, watch the other videos that I asked you to watch. And if you want more help, the doors to Next Level Accelerator are going to open soon. Get on the wait list. The link is in the description.